Yo, yo, yo! We are back. Man, how good has it been lately? I hope everyone is keeping well, ready for a quick update on what's going on in Pulseland, specifically with the cores. I didn't go into the altcoins on the Pulsechain network, so if you're looking for that, it ain't here. We're just focusing on the cores, Pulse, Incentive and Hex primarily. But we might show some Pulse X as well. So, before I add a bunch of stuff onto this and show you some cool things that's going on, let's look down here. You can see momentum just below 50% line. We pulled on the green dot yesterday. Money flow is heading vertical near enough. VWAP is up. It's kind of gone sideways this wee yellow wave. You can see RSIs are up. RSIs are together as well. Extremely bullish. DBSI showing more sell pressure than buy, but we're sitting right on the 21 week moving average. Right, this is on the daily. Let's go up to the 2-day. You can see, we were talking in one of the other videos about the golden cross back here. Right, you see on the 2-day, by probably the next 2 days, 4 days, we'll form the golden cross on the higher time frame. Extremely bullish. Right, see we've hit right into the 200 week moving average up there, this line here. So, like we were saying in the previous video, probably going to get this gone sideways for a wee bit before it does its next leg up. See down here, green wave, money flow, crossed over 0%, it's heading straight up. VWAP's down, but it's curving back round. See, it's got a slight inwards curvature on it. It doesn't look much, but that's really important because it takes so long for that to change because you're on a higher time frame. Right, you can have a massive sell order as well, which would invalidate all that. But as you can see, taking the momentum wave is clipped and it's opened. Right, we're looking for that probably to come down a wee bit more to this 60% line, and then it'll curve back up. RSIs are mega split, so it'll be high volatility. Right, so going to the weekly. See the weekly, you've hardly even had a retracement on the weekly compared to this move we've had over the past couple of weeks. You know, it's up 158%. Currently it's up 135%. So it's holding strong. On the weekly, you can see crossed over into positive money flow. That's because the wave's green. See, it's green. Right, it's been in negative money flow since 17th of February, and we've just passed into positive money flow on the 11th of August. So extremely bullish times ahead. Crazy how we're finally here. Right, I'm going to add a whole bunch of trend lines on here. Right, it might look a complete mess, and it pretty much is a mess, but it all makes sense when I explain it to you, so stick with us. Right, first thing I want to show you, see these numbers here? Right, that is the Fibonacci sequence, Fibonacci extension levels, mathematical principle. And we're not going to go into all this in the video, it's just too long, you can research it yourself, right? But you can see 0.236, you can see it worked as some type of resistance here. See, the price came up to this red line and it bounced about, it couldn't break through, came down. Next time it came up to it, it broke through and it was above it for quite some time. That's about 5 months there. When it broke back below it, it couldn't get back up it. Right? Came to here, broke through, couldn't hold it as support, broke back down. And we've no managed to get back up to it yet. So that's your next level to look for, because it's already been at that level multiple times. Right? So it's like, right, what's all the other ones? So this is a good indication of where the price is potentially going to go. let's just give this a measure, right? This red dotted line going across is the current price. $1.618, that'll give you a 7x return, 700% return. That's what you're looking for in this that's kind of like minimum that we're looking for is 7x return in accordance with the Fibonacci extension level. You can put that extension level on any chart and it is profound how it gives you an indication of where the price is going to go. Now remember we were talking about for ages, for months and months, and for years, if you were following me when I was doing this, well, when EHEX was out, right? But you can see the price was holding along these diagonal trend lines, right? You can see here, it held it here, this kind of stuff, right? You always get some type of volatility when it comes up to these lines, right? And I was saying to you, we can't put them on the top of this wick because the price isn't high enough yet, but the price is getting up to the point where all these blue trend lines are going to be invalidated soon, right? So that's why I've added these yellow ones on. So roughly, where could the price go? That's all you really care about, innit? For most people. You're looking at 50%. This next leg up for Pulsechain will be 50%, more than likely, right? High probability that you're going to get a 50% move on Pulse before maybe having a bigger retracement than what you're seeing here. We're just sitting nicely on that 21 week moving average, look at that. We're not actually touched it yet, but we've not broke below it, so that is that's the main thing. You can go down the time frames, but we're going to go into some other charts here. We'll just stick to the higher time frames on this. You can see you have got the other trend lines coming in, so I mean, if it holds this, it'll break above the previous local high. You'll come up roughly 20%. If it can break through that, you're up again another another like 18%, and then you're back into that 0.286 Fibonacci extension. 50% move is what you're looking for next on Pulsechain. Hex. Hex is more interesting because it's already hit that 0.236. I think I said 0.286 before. It's 0.236. Again, we can just look at roughly if you bought at the bottom, which a lot of people have been here since the beginning, and you probably did. For the bottom, 17x. For the current price, 5x. 5 times your money is what the minimum you're looking at on Pulse for this next kind of leg up. Oh wait, I've put more on here. I could have done that with Pulse, but there was a reason that I didn't, and I can't remember why. I think it's because I had all the other trend lines and I didn't want it too messy. Right, a bullish scenario for Hex. I know people are talking about like Hex getting to $1 and loads of other things, but realistically, without crazy performance, you're looking at a 15x Hex. 15x if it goes up to kind of a bullish target. 4.764 Fibonacci extension. Golden pocket are these green lines here, right? The 236, as you can see, it done pretty much the same as Pulse. It was using the 236 as either resistance or support. Came right up to the 236. Look at that. So if the price was here or something, it was coming up, and you put that Fibonacci extension on, you could be like, right, if I wanted to take a wee bit of profits, where would I take profits? Right, I put that Fibonacci extension level on, it gave me that value there. That's 0.236, and the price came right up to it. I mean, it's hit it multiple times. got a big rejection here last time it hit it, but you can see we're still trading within 21 week moving average and the 200 week. You can see on momentum is down, hit the 0% line and rebounded up, VWAP's up, brung on a green dot yesterday, money flows heading up, RSIs are together, they're split very slightly, so there's going to be high volatility. On the weekly, so you're getting a bit of a retracement. It might come down and fill this wick, right? So don't be surprised if it does come down and fill this wick. What we're looking at, roughly 10% retracement, roughly a 10% retracement, right? So Pulse is looking stronger than everything else. You can see this yellow VWAP wave, volume weighted average price. You can see it's curving back to the upside, right? So if you were to draw on that and be like, right, you would kind of be expecting this to maybe do something like that. If that was to continue, and in that case, that means that this momentum wave would clip and do something like that before heading back up, right? Money flow would probably just go sideways a bit and then start peaking back up. But I wouldn't be surprised if Hex does have like a 10% retracement while Pulse moves to the upside, because Pulse has been the least performing asset out of everything on the network so far, probably. Well, except for some of the shit coins that are kicking about. But the upside, potentially, the cores, it doesn't make much sense betting on other shit coins that are out there. I mean, much higher risk. Yeah, you might get 100x out one of them, but you might get 100x out one of the cores, like incentive. So we're going to go move on to incentive, because incentive, the only way you can get it is by farming it. Or you can buy it, but you know, the only way it's getting brought onto the market is by it getting farmed. Momentum on incentive has clipped. See how the waves came together here? This potentially could bring on a red dot. But you can see the VWAP's heading, it's got a curve in it as well. So it could hit this 0% line, or 0%, and then just start curving back up, like I showed you on Hex. RSIs are super split, so high volatility, as you can see in the price. I mean, look at this move up. 30% move up with the and then it's the retracement for there. So high volatility in it. DBSI showing a 10, so it's like kind of midway point in its parameter. So higher sell pressure, obviously, as you can see in the price. Normally you would look for the values as before this move's already happened, and it gives you a better indication of kind of where the price is going to go. So incentive, that's on the weekly. On the daily, you can see momentum's down. We're looking for that to curve back up. VWAP's kind of sideways. Money flow is beginning to head up. Look at that. See how it's ticked up? So although the price is coming down, there's more money flowing into incentives. It's only a matter of time before this starts heading up. This is also actually a slight pattern here it's formed. I mean, there's a case to be made for that being a bull flag, because you've had this run up and then it's formed a slight flag, and then normally they break out to the upside, and the measured move would be taken from here to here, grab that, and whatever point it breaks out for the top of that triangle, that's your measured move, which would put you back in line with this. If it broke out, you know, tomorrow, put you roughly back in line to fill the upside of this wick. Let's show you something. So, bullish case, using the Fibonacci extension level for incentive, right? Where the price is the now. Look how high. Where is it? Where is it? Let me just show you how to put that Fibonacci extension in then. Right, you come to this one, I think. No, this other one. If you're on a trading view, you come to here, trend base Fib extension. Put it for the low. That button there is a magnet, so you can go like that and it will lock onto the bottom. Try to get this on the bottom, right. Wee bit of mucking about here. So I must apologise, but at least you're learning how to use a chart right now, which is important for when you're on YouTube, try to figure out when to sell, because that's what it's going to come to, right? See the 3 points, for there to there, and then back down to where the price is the now. Put your magnet off. So you do it for the lowest point to the highest point, and then you put it on to where the price is now. Right. Look how high the 0.236 is for where it is the now, where the price is the now. So let's be like, right, what's a mega bullish kind of, or no mega, but what's a bullish, or it is actually mega because of the price. Remember, this is the exact same as how I done Hex and Pulse. I just had less values on Pulse. 180x. 180x you could get out of incentive. Mega bullish target. $383 roughly. 180x. What's the point in gambling on shitter coins in the Pulse network when potentially you could get 180x out of incentive? Even factoring in sell pressure, right? You might factor in like, I reckon, 45% sell pressure or something, you get like 100x. I'll take that any day. So yeah, that's just showed you a wee bit on the chart, showed you a bit on the trend lines and how we did. The trend lines, you just take it for the wick or the highest point at one area, and then you kind of map it across onto the next area. If you want to use trend lines, you come up to this one here. You click that wee arrow, you get all different ones, like Ray. You click one point and then see you can move it about. So you can put the magnet on, and that'll snap it to the top of one of these points like that. So yeah, that's about it. Showed you some bullish scenarios, showed you what the price could potentially do. I mean, what else do you want right now? You're just kind of waiting, hoping, praying. But you can see you've got millions being bridged into Pulse right now, which is crazy, right? We're going to see some absolutely monumental price action soon. I mean, it doesn't even look like it on the chart. Doesn't even look like these like these are big moves. Let's say you bought here. Damn magnet. And you just held it up here. 100% move in like 2 weeks. Like, that's why it's important to buy low and just hold. Because that 100x is in here somewhere. That 100x is cutting about, and even though you'll get a 10x. Ken, do you know want a 10x? I know I want at least a 10x. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, thanks for listening if you've lasted this long, and I'll see you next time.